Good morning, friends. Today we'll discuss about Parpadi Kalpana. So, when you hear the word Parpadi Kalpana or Parpadi Rasayana, it comes under Parada Morchana. You all will be knowing what is Parada Morchana, and pharmaceutically, Parada Morchana is classified broadly based on the pharmaceutical procedure into 4 types: Karaliya Rasayanam, Parpadi, Potali, and Kupipakwa. So today we'll go in detail about Parpadi Kalpana. So if you see, Parpadi is nothing but based on the nature of the final product, shape of the final product, it has gained the name Parpadi. So if you see, the term Parpadi means it has originated from the root word Parpata, which means thin wafer. And Parpadi cures all diseases which affects all the age groups from Balavastha to Vriddhavastha. So this particular Parpadi could be given for all disease condition, especially which affects children, adults and aged people. If you go into the Idihasa history, you get the first reference during 11th century in Chakradatta, written by Chakrapani Datta, where Chakradatta have given stress and have used this Rasaparpadi to cure Grahani Roga. So generally when we hear the word Parpadi, usually Parpadi is mentioned for Grahani Roga. Now when we go in detail about the definition of Parpadi, it is very beautiful sloka which gives you a clear-cut picture about the pharmaceutical procedure of Parpadi. It's a basic understanding of the pharmaceutical procedure or how we are going to prepare Parpadi. See, Druda Kajalika Mocha Patrake Chiputi Krudacha Sa Potaka Parpadi Sa Eva Baladhya Agila Roganut. So here, in the beginning itself, Acharya gives a very clear-cut picture which should be taken first. First, we have to prepare Kajali. Kajali is the basic material to prepare Parpadi. So, Kajali is nothing but already we have a knowledge about Kajali. Kajali comes under Sagandaga Karaliya Rasayana. So, Kajali is nothing but equal quantity of Shodhida Parada and Shodhida Gandaga. You are doing Mardana in Kalvayendra till the particular product gets converted into Susleshna and Kajalaba. Then you call the particular formulation as Kajali. Here in the first line of the sloga, they say the word or they use the word Druda Kajalika. Druda means melted Kajali. Mocha Patra. Mocha Patra means banana leaf. Chipati Kridacha means after melting the Kajali, you have to pour it on a Kadali Patra, and with another Kadali Patra you have to cover it and you have to give a pressure so that Chipati Krida means you have to give a pressure so that it gets converted into thin flake. Chipati Kridacha, and this is known as Podabandha or Parpadi, and this is particularly to cure all the diseases, Agila Roganut, all the diseases which affects Baladi. Baladi means right from childhood to old age. So this is the understanding of the definition of Parpadi, and the slogan is definitely we have to memorize. Druda Kajalika Mocha Patrake Chiputi Krudacha Sa Potaka Parpadi Sa Eva Baladhya Agila Roganut. So going into deep regarding the types of Parpadi, usually broadly classified based on the presence of Gandaga and absence of Gandaga. So if we prepare a Parpadi which contains Gandaga, it is known as Sagandaga. And if we prepare a Parpadi without Gandaga, it is known as Nirgandaga. Best example is Rasa Parpadi comes under Sagandaga Parpadi, And Sweta Parpadi is a parpadi which comes under, or you can use that Sweta Parpadi as an example for Nirgandhaga Parpadi. So, based on the presence of Gandhaga, the Parpadi Kalpana is classified into two: Sagandhaga, Nirgandhaga. One which is prepared with the Shodhita Gandhaga, and one type is those prepared without Shodhita Gandhaga. That is Nirgandhaga. Now, we'll go deep into the general pharmaceutical procedure of Parpadi Kalpana. So, generally, basic thing is that we need to prepare Kajali. So, before entering the Pradhana processing methodology, we should undergo certain Purva karmas. So, in the beginning, we should make sure that we are preparing Kajali in a proper way. So, we need a Kalvayandra, we need a heat source, we need a cow dung platform, we need a Kadali Patra, a little quantity of ghee, and a Loha Darvi. So, these are the basic materials needed. And first of all, we need to prepare Kajali. So, Kajali definition goes like this: Dadubir Gandhagadescha Nirdraveir Mardido Rasaga Susleshnaga Kajalabo Aso Kajali iti Abhidiyade. This is reference taken from Rasaratna Samuchaya, 8 chapters, sloga number 5. Means, along with Parada, along with Rasa, if you add any of the Dadus or any of the Gandhagadi Dravyas, and without adding any liquid media, if you do Mardana, then the product becomes Susleshna, very smooth and soft, and Kajalabo, then you call it as Kajali. So, Kajali means Dadubir, any metals or minerals, Gandhagadi, Gandhaga, etc., drugs. Nirdravair, without any liquid media. Mardido, Mardana, with Parada. Rasa means Parada. And if the final product is converted into Susleshna, Sleshna means smooth, Susleshna means very soft and fine. And Kajalabo, Kajalabo means just like Kajal, very, very black in color. Then you call it as Kajali iti Abhidiyade. This is the definition mentioned in Rasaratna Samchaya. Now we have prepared the Kajali. Now we are going to the Pradhana Karma. So in Pradhana Karma, the main thing is maintenance of Agni. Heat source is very, very important. In olden days, we were using charcoal. Nowadays, we are using LPG gas stove, the ordinary gas stoves which we have at our home. With that, we can prepare. So here, first of all, we need to take a Loha Darvi. Loha Darvi is one which is made up of Loha, iron. It's an iron vessel with a long ladle. So you can hold it in a better way and it is safe if you have a long handle. So to that Loha Darvi, you have to add first a little quantity of ghee. Then you have to add Kajali to it. And in mild heat, you are going to give Pankasama, means a muddy nature. Completely the Kajali should be melted in low flame. And before melting the Kajali, one thing which you have to do is you have to prepare a Gomaya platform. So Gomaya means cow dung. So here fresh cow dung should be used. Approximately during practical, we take some 2 to 3 kgs of fresh cow dung. We'll place it on a plain surface of 1 square feet on an even surface. And then what we do is we just take a Kadali Patra, apply a little quantity of ghee, and then we place it on the prepared cow dung platform, Gomaya platform. After placing the Kadali Patra, a second Kadali Patra will be kept aside, and that Kadali Patra also will be smeared with ghee. So, as soon as we melt the Kajali, we will be pouring the malted Kajali over the Kadali Patra, and with the help of the second Kadali Patra, which is already smeared with ghee, will be put on that, and we need to give pressure with Gomaya potali or with a plate so that you get thin flakes of parpadi. So here in the picture you can see the Kajali is taken in ghee smeared iron darvi, and heated to melt it. Once you confirm the melting of Kajali with the help of the Parpadi Paka Lakshanas, you can just pour it on the Kadali Patra, and with another Kadali Patra you can cover it, and with the help of a broad based vessel or a plate or with Gomaya pottery, you should give a pressure so that it gets converted into thin flakes. So you can just see the picture. After giving a pressure, the particular parpadi will get a thin natured, it will be flattened. So as a result, the material attains thin wafer shape, parpada or papada state. So this is the general method of preparing parpadi. Parpadi Paka Pariksha is very important. Parpadi Paka Pariksha is of two types. Paka Kalina Pariksha, Pakanandara Pariksha. So Paka Kalina Pariksha is when we are melting the Kajali, the Lakshanas observed is classified as Mrudu, Madhyama and Kara. If the liquefied Kajali attains Mayura Chandrika Varna, then we consider as Mrudu Paga. If the melted Kajali attains Tailavat consistency, then we consider as Madhyama Paga. And if at all the Kajali attains Rakta Varna, then you have to understand that it has attained Karapaga. So here, when we are using Mrudu, Madhyama, Karapaga, we already know that the first two, Mrudu, Madhyama, are therapeutically fit, and Karapaga is unfit for internal purpose. So now we'll go deep into Paka Anandara Pariksha. So after the Paka, you have the flakes in your hand, and by the nature of its breaking nature, we can understand which is Mrudu, Madhyama and Karapaka. So here the Mrudu Paka will not break properly. It is smooth and solid in nature. It bends, but there won't be any fracture as such. So if it is Mrudupaka, Mrudupako na banga. So it will not break. So when we compare Mrudupaka with Madhyama Paka, in Madhyama Paka, easily the Madhyama Paka breaks with a fracture sound. Madhye Bangascha Raupyavat, and Madhyama Paka is like easily it breaks, and the broken edges will be silvery in nature. So that is the nature of Madhyama Paka. And what will be the nature of Karapaga? The Karapaga will be Churna form, and it is reddish in color. Kare Churnancha Lohitam. And it is told that Kara is Vishopama. So we have to throw it. We should not use internally. So these are the Lakshanas of Parpadi. So the sloka goes in this way. Mrudu Madhyaha Karascha iti Pako atra Trivida Smradaha Adyo Prayojayet Vaidyaha Karantu Vishavat Tejet. So these Lakshanas are very important to understand Parpadi Paka Lakshanas.